We now once again come back and focus on the Iran-Israel conflict. And while we do, role of Donald Trump, his political capital, has it actually seen an increase, or has he been impacted by the last fortnight developments? And let's put that out, viewers. The question that we are asking is he really come out as a genius in this, or he's actually come out as a joker? And we're going to put out several instances where there's been questionable reasons for us to doubt why he actually made those decisions. First and foremost, you're putting that out both for you to understand, and you can, of course, be a better judge of how and why Donald Trump actually made those decisions. First up, he actually teased peace, and then he spoke and launched the stealth bombers over Iran. He went on and spoke about how peace needs to be given a chance when it comes to negotiations with Iran, and then came the B-2 stealth bombers. Now, that's many believe something that lacks the gravitas that the president of US should be taking decisions with. But the other flip side to that is he actually executed the most precise B-2 strike in decades, all in a matter of a single night. That probably would not have been possible had he not come about playing with several of these antics. Let's move ahead. The other instance where one may doubt whether it was conduct that could have been better, or was he just trying to come out with outcomes that prove that he was a genius. Second such instance, he called Pakistan a peace partner after Operation Sindoor. We all know the bad optics that were at play. In fact, many in Washington questioned why Donald Trump actually came out looking the way he did, because he made comments regarding Pakistan when everyone knew that it was Pakistan-sponsored terrorism that started Operation Sindoor. But the flip side to it is he actually used Pakistan's cooperation to fly the bombers into Iranian skies. The lunch that he had with Asim Munir was about ensuring that US can use Pakistani air bases and to fly the bombers into Iranian skies. Next, the other instance where Trump actually flirted with a Nobel Peace Prize even as global tensions exploded. He's been talking at length about how he's the only one who deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, and he's not really been given one at a time when globally tensions have been rising. But the other side to it is a lot of his supporters feel that he actually played that Nobel card to lull the adversaries before he ordered that Operation Midnight Hammer. So his supporters feel, and that's not just the MAGA brigade, several of Donald Trump's confidants feel that because the president spoke about the Nobel Peace Card and it derailed several of the adversaries, he could actually execute a near-perfect Operation Midnight Hammer. And the last thing is that he sent decoy B-2 bombers over the Pacific as a big media spectacle. And in fact, Pete Hegseth also spoke about it along with the Joint Chief of Staff, how this was actually a decoy because the real bombers were being sent eastward to Iran on the 36-hour bombing mission. Again, perfect mission, which happened because a lot of military experts also feel because of the decoy that Donald Trump actually put in place. Not all of it could be only him, but yes, this is the president's political capital that gets a boost. The last such instance where you can see which way do you want to really side with, whether you feel that Donald Trump triggered a global chaos. So with a very questionable diplomatic preparation, he seemed very underprepared. There was no clarity about what will the ceasefire framework really look like. He just announced it on his Truth Social handle the way he does all along. But the other side is what his supporters, his confidants, and the Trump administration feels is that this has allowed the Trump administration to rewrite the entire Middle East strategic map without actually losing a single American life. And may I add, the first time that America actually has been able to walk out of a Middle East crisis in less than a fortnight. All of President Trump's predecessors went into the Middle East thinking it's going to be weeks and months, and it took years and, in fact, decades. So that is the other side to it. So one can decide whether what President Trump's decisions were actually he could have done it much better, or this was actually political genius that was coming out in true Trump style.